Hi, hello, I'm Radek. I'm a developer advocate at QuickNode, and I see we're live now. So happy to be here and happy to have another workshop with Chainlink hackathon participants. I had one last year. It went really well. I loved what we were doing. The only learning that I had from last time is that live coding takes a lot of time and usually takes much more than an hour if you want to build something useful. So I'll take a little bit different approach today. The approach will be that I will show the main steps, how to do things, and I'll also explain what we'll be talking about. And then I will dive into details, dive into code, and show examples, show how it works, then give the link to repository. So more explaining and giving the big picture rather than just writing live code, which you can then just go to GitHub and look at it yourself and just build on top of that if and when needed. So what we will be talking about, let me try and... Okay. So we'll be talking about QuickAlerts. So basically, QuickAlerts is something, is a product of QuickNode. QuickNode is, for those of you who do not know, that is at its base level an RPC node provider, but on top of that, we have a lot of different APIs. We have a lot of different products and services. We have the whole marketplace of add-ons, like building blocks for your apps to pick and choose and focus on building what is important for your app. And QuickAlerts is one of those products and services. So what is QuickAlerts? QuickAlerts, if put simply, is like a notification system. It works with blockchain data, and whatever happens on blockchain, you define some rules, whatever you want, and when those rules are met, you get a instant notification as soon as it happens. So that's a simplified version of that. So you can think of it like Zapier for blockchain data. So you get all the automations, you get all the fancy stuff, and you can actually use it for something very simple, like Zapier. When you post something to Instagram, you download that image to your Dropbox or whatever. So that's like one of the simplest tasks. But with Zapier, you can do, like, you can run your whole business with Zapier and with all the business logic and so on. So the same is with QuickAlerts. The basis is simple, what you can do, but then what's possible is limited only by your imagination and your ingenuity. And I believe that you are ingenious, so let's dive deeper into what it actually is. So rather than just looking at it as notifications, I want you to look also like more of a, I think, custom feed of actionable blockchain data in real time. So you customize the feed however you want. If, for example, if you don't want to see some transactions or something is doesn't meet your rule that it's too small amount of ETH or whatever else, you just don't see that. And when you customize those rules, you get the feed of only the important data that you want to see, that you want to act upon, and that is critical for your app. So it's more like a data stream of what you want from blockchain, rather than like a fire hose of everything like coming from blockchain straight to you, and then you need to just go through like thousands of transactions and all the blocks and so on. So your customized feed of data, rather than just looking at it as a notification system. So it's really powerful. And some of the things that you can do with it is, like I said, starting with something simple. If wallet A does a transfer to wallet B, you get a notification. And you can get those specific wallets. or if a contract is minting an NFT, or if transaction has failed. So for example, if some transactions are running automatically and you want to know as soon as the transaction fails, and you get a notification then. And these are the building blocks of what you can set the rules for. You can operate on the block level. So whatever happens to blocks, if a new block has come, or has if a block used a lot of gas, or if a block size or timestamp or whatever, or block number, for example, for one of the use cases could be like for airdrops. Something will happen at a specific block number. You don't know exactly when it's going to happen, like time-wise, but when you set a notification maybe a little bit earlier, in terms of like a few blocks earlier or like 10 blocks earlier, you get a real-time notification for that specific block number, and then you know what to do next. Or you can automate it, even you don't even need to do anything. It will happen as soon as that block is live. And then you can function on not a block data, but what's in the block, on transaction data. All the transactions that are there. If, for example, there are transactions from a specific contract address, maybe it's an NFT collection, or from specific wallet address, there is a transfer from or to that specific wallet, or anything else. You can have all the rules for transactions. And then going even lower, each transaction in the block has itself some log data. So it's emitting events. And yeah, I see that some of the question was, can we set up webhook on events? And that's exactly what you can do. You can look at the logs, you can look at the events, you can set up the rules for the events, like look at the topics. We'll go a little bit deeper into what topics are and how to decode them in a minute. But yes, you can act on everything that is in logs, in events. And if that meets your rule, then you can either get a notification or even automate it and perform some action based on that. So it's useful for security, it's useful for DeFi, or for automations, for creating your bots, not just for getting messages, but for performing useful action as soon as it happens, because it's all real time. So that's what QuickAlerts is, like very, very short. And it's, I think that one of the links here is for quicknode.com/QuickAlerts. All you need to do is go to quicknode.com, create an account. This is all it takes, the 1, 2, 3, 4 fields. You create an account. There is a free plan, and QuickAlerts, actually since like a few days, is available also on a free account. So you don't need to go for a plan, for a paid account. You can work with the free account and still have QuickAlerts available for you. You will be able to create just one alert, but you can just play with it, delete as soon as you are done, create another one, and when you learn what you need, just create the one that you wanted, or go to paid plan to create more. So that's what you need to do. And once you have an account on QuickNode, go to QuickAlerts, go to dashboard actually, and here you will have all your RPC nodes. When you create a fresh account, you will not have anything here, and you will have also here a link to QuickAlerts. Again, it will also be empty here, and I have created a few alerts to show how it can be done. So one of them is to monitor your wallet. Another is to get a notification whenever any NFT is minted. And the last one is using Chainlink Oracle. So it's checking that smart contract, and this is specifically for ETH and USD. currency pair. And as soon as I set this one to always be true, like today, but you can set it for example, it's around 1900 right now today. So you can set it if this is above $2,000, you get a notification, or you buy or sell whatever you come up with. Like maybe with 2,000, there will be a pressure on selling because this is people will want to take profits. So as soon as ETH USD hits 2,000, you can set up an automatic transaction to sell and to get those profits before too many people sell when seeing that that it's crossed 2,000. It's whatever you can come up with. These are very simple examples, but you can come up with like multiple levels of all the rules, what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and what you need to do next. Actually, what you need to do next is in your app, in your QuickAlerts, you need to get the notification, the webhook, and then the rest is on your coding. So let's try and create something simple. So for example, this is how you go about it. So you name your alert. Let's go with the test one. And these are all the chains that QuickAlerts are available for. We are adding more all the time, so expect this list to grow constantly. Let's play with Ethereum. And again, it's not just for mainnet. When you are just developing, you don't want to go to mainnet yet. You can choose also testnets as well, so that you don't need to pay gas or make transfers on mainnet when developing in order to test and see if your QuickAlerts are firing. But let's play with mainnet. We have a few templates here that you can use, and this one is, for example, to when a specific NFT collection, in this case it's CryptoPunk, is transferred. So maybe you are a trader, NFT trader, and you want to know when there is movement, and based on that you can get also all the prices and everything else, and based on that you can set the rules. So if too many are transferring or selling, maybe also take profits. If there is no movement for a few days, then maybe buy one because the floor will be potentially raising. So yeah, unlimited imagination here. And NFTs minted, this is more for probably a product that will have the analytics of all the NFTs or the ones that you specify. You can then build maybe a leaderboard or whatever else. Board 8 is transferred, similar to CryptoPunk. Burnt fees, this is more for DeFi, for trading. You can see when the fees are burned. Failed transactions is for making sure that everything is going through and knowing when something is not working. And monitoring a wallet, this is something simpler, but also very useful. You can monitor your own wallet and get the notifications as soon as that happens. There are a few ways to do it now. All of them are not easy, and all of them are not as versatile as what you can do with QuickAlerts. With QuickAlerts, you get a webhook, and then once you ingest that webhook into your app, then you can do whatever you want with it. So you can send an email, you can send a Telegram message, you can send whatever you can come up with. For now, you need to code that yourself, but we will have more endpoints, more ways of getting notifications soon. So you will not need to create a bot for Telegrams. You will just select how you want the message delivered. For now, you get the webhook that then you can do what you want with it. So let's monitor a wallet. So test wallet monitoring. Smart contracts events. So that was one of the questions that, events, logs, everything in the logs. You can get all the rules here. So that is going more and more granular, and that requires a lot, maybe not a lot, but more coding. So I will not go into many details here, but we will have a look at this later on as well. So this is just a simple template. So this one is just, this is where the magic happens. So this is your expression. You can test it. You can check against a specific block. Is that, if that criteria that you came up with is met or not. So this one is transaction to or transaction from. And you can have all the modifiers. So first, these are all the things you can do per block on the block level, transaction level, and logs level. And then you can have all the modifiers like you do in coding. You can add it, you can subtract it, you can divide it, you can see what is greater, what is smaller, you can have logical conditions, you can have constants, you can practically do whatever you can come up with. So this one is fairly simple, or like one of the simplest one. If there is a transaction to a specific address or transaction from, we can split it in two, so that it's only when you get, for example, ETH or anything sent to your wallet, then you get a notification. But I like to do it that you get both, so you are aware when something is going out or going in. So let's have a look and maybe do something like that. I have it already created, but let's see how to do it step by step for now. So this is my one of my test addresses. This is, oh no, this is for Girly, and we selected mainnet. So let's Girly, let's play a little bit with blockchain data. Now, monitor a wallet. Okay, and here, let's play with some stuff. And test expression. So what this does is it looks for this specific block if this expression is true or false. Because I'm not doing any transactions right now. Nobody's sending me anything, or I'm not sending anything to anybody. So this test expression should fail because I don't have any activity. And I click test expression, maybe get data here. And yeah, what it does, it checks the latest block, or whichever you define here, and then you can also get like 10 blocks earlier, so that you don't just check the last block or one historical block, but like a few blocks around it as well. For some reason, it is. Okay, so I think this will be quicker. So this is the one that I set up. This is exactly that expression that I have done. And get data. Yeah, now it gets data. And now let's test the expression. All of the 10 last blocks are false because I didn't have any transactions to my wallet or from my wallet in those blocks. So that is more or less true. So I'm pretty confident that this should work. So the next step after that is maybe let's go through it to show how to set it up from scratch, not to look at the one that is already set up, so that you are aware how to do it. So monitor a wallet. Give the address here, and once you have that, test expression. We are missing here. Okay, so There's nothing here. The test is positive, or at least what we expect it to be. So we can then go to next step. And the next step is selecting a destination. Destination is where you will be listening to the webhook. And you can code it from scratch in your app, which probably what will happen or should happen when you have something in production. But if you are still developing, if you're just working on a test net and just want something quick and dirty, what you can do is you can work with websites. I think it's posted in one of the links here by Chainlink, that you can use one of the sites that creates a temporary webhook for you. And I think this is one of the webhooks. One of the webhooks for one of the alerts. Webhook site. Copy link address. Let's maybe create. So this is what it does. When you go to that address, webhook.site, it creates a unique URL which you can copy, and this is where your webhook will live. And this is your destination where this webhook will be sent. And then you can do all the magic and see all the data in there. So later on, it will be in your app, but in order to see the data, let's have a look how it works. You create a destination. For now, yeah, it's just a webhook, but coming soon will be Telegram, emails, Slack messages, Discord messages, SMS messages. So more will be coming very soon. You can suggest another one that you want to have. But for now, it's this one, test webhook name. And this is where you post the URL. It needs to be post, and it needs to be HTTPS for it to work. And then depending on what you are working on, like what level you set up your notification, is it at the block level, transaction level, or logs level, you select what data you want in return. So you can just get the block, which probably rarely happens, or get all the receipts for transactions. Most likely you want all matched transactions, or if you want all the logs from transactions, then you get matched transactions and receipts. So you will get all the data, and then you will be able to extract that. So you select that, create a webhook. It will live there, and test webhook name. Now let's enable this one, deploy alert. And that's it. This alert is now live. This is the one, and this is where the notifications will start coming in when something happens. So let's try. By something, I mean what you set up in the alert. So I need to either send or receive ETH on Girly Test Network. So this is my address that I have created the alert for. Let's send something back to my another account, like some 00123 Girly ETH. And let's confirm that transaction. And let's see what happens here. As soon as that transaction comes through, this should be updating. Boom. And that's it. So as soon as that transaction was added to the next block, the real-time notification came through to, for now, to this address, to this temporary site. But you will be taking it into your app and then playing with all this data in your app. And this data has everything that you want or need. So it only has what you have set up. It doesn't take the whole block. It doesn't take everything from that block of transactions. It can go to just the level of like logs, and you can, for example, extract only the logs that you want. and disregard everything else. So for here, what we want is, so this is the address. So this is where the transaction was from. So I was sending my ETH. So it was transaction from this address. If I were to receive, then this address would be in here. So I was sending to this address, but if it were the other way, then to would be my own address, and from would be who sent me the ETH. And that's it. So this is the webhook that you get, and this is how it works. And now you take all this data. For now, it's the usefulness of this is limited because you still need to get all this data, but this is now only what you need. And now you can extract all the data. This is in hexadecimal, so you still need to convert it to decimal. So for example, where's the value? This is the value. This is how much I sent. And I don't even remember, it was 0.00345 or something like this. But we can convert hexadecimal to decimal. Let's see how much I sent. Yeah, 123. And this is 16 digits because Ethereum has 18 digital places. So it was 0.0123. And you can convert it to Ethereum, like with decimal places. You get all these numbers, you get all the information here, and you can use as much as you want or as little as you want. You can only get, for example, to and from and value. That's it. You don't care about anything else. Or if it's for you for more thorough analysis, then you can get the gas used. What else? You can get the transaction hash and then create a link straight to Etherscan so that you can get all the details by just clicking it, for example, in your Telegram message where you get this notification. So whatever you want to do with it, all the information is here. You just extract it and play with it. And now let's see something a little bit more advanced. Let's just check if there are any questions. So far, so good. So let's have a look at, for example, something a little bit more interesting and advanced. So this one is using Chainlink Oracle. And I want to know, for example, I'm not always online, or I don't want to use those apps for like portfolio tracking and so on. I just want to get the notification when ETH crosses specific value. It can be that it's growing, and then I know that I probably need to buy or maybe sell to take profits. Or if it's dropping below some level, again, I can maybe accumulate, and I want to know as soon as ETH hits 1700, so that I need to buy more. Or I cannot afford that, and I need to sell before it goes lower. So for that, we have all this greater than, smaller than, less than. So whatever you can come up with. This one is very simple. So what it does is, this is the transaction to, and this is the smart contract address for the ETH USD currency pair. And let's have a look here. So this is no, let's start from the beginning. Let's have a look at all the data here. So this is how we come up. I want to show how to set it up from scratch. So we have this data that we know at Trust. These are Chainlink oracles. So let's go and see ETHUSD. What I care about is, so it updates around every hour, more or less. Unless the movement is more than 0.5%, then it triggers as soon as it as it achieves 0.5% since the last update. So what I care about is the contract address. I want to get that trusted data. So I take that and I go to Etherscan, enter this address. But this is not the smart contract where all the events are happening, which I can listen to and get all the notification. For that, I need, first of all, this is exactly what we want to make sure, Chainlink ETHUSD price feed. But you need to go to contract, read contract, and click on this one. So which is the smart contract address for the aggregator, which will have all this data, which will have all these notifications. So let's go to the aggregator and click on that. And this is the one that will have all the information here. Click on events tabs. Here are all the events happening. The last update was 35 minutes ago. Let's check it. 35 minutes ago. So we have the right thing. So just to be sure, do not use this one. Go to this contract address and go to and check the way we did it. Check the aggregator and go to this contract address. And this one is what we use in this transaction too. So step by step. Then once this happens, what we need to do next is we need to only look for specific events. And specific events that we want to have a look at is when the price is updated. And here where we need a little bit more digging. For that to happen, let's have a look at this events. Answer updated. So this is exactly where this happens, where the new price is given when the event in topic 0 is answer updated. And what it will give that, it will give the data lower on, but how to get and what does this number mean? So what this number means is that this is the hash of a signature of an event. And this is the specific event that we are talking about, the answer updated. So for example, we don't care about event new round. We don't want to look for that event and for this data. We don't care about the event new transmission. We only want to get answer updated events and then extract that ETHUSD price from that event. And the way it happens is when we go, maybe let's have a look at transaction list. Transmit like 35 minutes ago. That was probably it. So this was the transaction where that last update happened. And we are looking at this event here, not new transmission. This is not what we care about. Not new round. This is not what we care about. What we care about is the event called answer updated. And answer updated has these topics. And this is the topic, the function signature, the topic signature. So what it does is it hashes the answer updated and then all the parameters. So once we hash answer updated int 256, uint 256 and uint 256, what we come up with is this. So in all the smart contracts that have that specific function with these specific parameters, we can instead just look for that topics 0, and we will get that event name and that event data. So that is where it comes from, just to make sure that we know where all the numbers are coming from. And to show you that it works both ways, there's a website, helpful website to search for those signatures. So when you have a signature, Ethereum signature database, so it aggregates all the most popular ones, has more than 1 million. You'll paste the hash here, and if it's in the database, it will tell you. We want to have This one. Probably overloaded. It was working literally like half an hour ago, just like five minutes before. So what it's doing is that it gives the ID and then it returns that it's exactly that signature. You can check it later. It's one of the links posted by Chainlink here. Then it gives that function, so that you just double check. This is just like insurance policy, because what is enough is what you see in the smart contract in the Etherscan. But if you want to double check, you can check this one later on, and it should confirm the same information. So we get that information, and what we are getting here is this is where the price is. So this is the current, which is the current price, the last that is updated. This is the round ID number. We don't care about that. This one is when it was updated. If you want that in your application, for example, or in your notification, you can also get that information. So when was the last update of the price, so that you know if it's as fresh as possible, or maybe from 15 minutes ago or something like that. But this is the price. This is the price that then you can you need to divide by 8 zeros, because Ethereum has Ether has 8 decimals, not 16 or 18. So this is the number. So it's now 1887. 1887. So this is the specific number. This is what we see in the front end, but we check it first straight from the smart contract, and this is what we want to automate. So topics 0 is our signature, and topics 1 is where we get the data. And this is exactly what we set up here. So when the event called answer updated happens in that specific smart contract, which is ETHUSD, and it's larger than, this is what we set up, what we want. So I set up that it's more than $1,800.99, and this is in topics 1, like we have seen, and you can use a shortcut topics1 _int, and you will get an integer converted in QuickAlerts for you automatically, or you can do the hexadecimal conversion yourself. So that's the whole expression, and you can add as much logic here as you need or want, but this triggers when the price is larger than this amount. Or you can have like if larger that or smaller that, and whatever else. And my wallet has no activity in the last 2 weeks, whatever else. Yeah, whatever you can come up with. Then you set the destination. We already have that destination, and this happens. So we can then create, for example, Telegram bot that will tell us, okay, so ETH is falling or ETH is going up. So this one is a little bit more complicated. And for now, the last one I think to show is that it's great to have that power, but what to do with it? You have this in this data here. So this is something that updates. What is it updating? I think these are some transfers from a very popular, because it's every few seconds, probably some stable coin. I wanted something that gets a lot of transactions. So this is great to have, but how to take advantage of it? And for that, I have created a very simple app which will send you a Telegram message as soon as one of your QuickAlerts hits. And I've created that for this monitor my wallet alert. So when I have my wallet, if someone is sending it Ether to me on Girly test network, or I am sending, then this is my app. This is not a temporary temporary webhook app that we have seen with the temporary URL that will stop working as soon as you close the tab. This is the app that is constantly listening, and as soon as it comes through the webhook, then I get the quick alert. So the way you do it is, I will very quickly go through the steps here, and then I think the repository with the code is posted here, and the code is also very preliminary, so that you know how to start and get the message into Telegram. And after that, you just play with it and format as much as you want, add more information, remove the information that you don't want or need. But the trick is to go from this wall of text, which contains the information that you want, and actually extract even more and get that notification where you want. You don't want it in the temporary website that you need to have the tab open. You want the actual notification. You want the Telegram bot. You want the Discord message. You want the email. And for all of that, there are libraries to just, for example, get the webhook, and as soon as you get the webhook, you install the library that sends you an email or sends you a Telegram message from the bot. So this is exactly what we'll be looking at right now. So the way to do it, I have created this this sample app in maybe let's try to make it larger, in Node.js for ingesting the webhooks. So yeah, very simple. I'll just follow the first few steps, but then we will just go through the code. So you create a Telegram webhook folder. You go to that folder. You have now an empty folder, and now you init your app. So we are starting with just an empty app with nothing, and then we are installing the libraries that we will need. So Express for webhooks, body parser to parse all that information that we will get from the webhook, Node Telegram bot API, so that you don't need to write everything from scratch. You use the API to send messages to Telegram with a few simple commands, and .env to keep all your API keys secret so that they don't leak. That's it. That's all you need for a very simple app. And once you do that, this is where we are starting. So we are starting with an app that has all this information, like all these. Maybe let's check license MIT instead of ACS. We have the body parser, .env, Express, and where will the magic happen, all the logic of the app in index.js. So in index.js, we need to also .env, where we will put on all our API keys, and then don't upload it to GitHub or anywhere else. In index.js, I'll just post it here to show you how to do it. So first of all, require all the libraries that we have installed. Require .env. Maybe let's try to make it larger so that you can see better. Require all the libraries, .env, Express, body parser, and now Telegram bot API. Now we have all the tools to play with it, and this is where we will provide the API keys. This is one, and this is the other, and this. There are a few things here. So Telegram bot token. What you need to do is you need to create a bot in Telegram. The way you create a bot in Telegram, for those of you who don't know how to do that, is there's a user called botfather. And this is that actual user specifically for creating bots. You find that user, and this is bot father. This is the username that you need to find, and then you start a chat with bot father. And what? Let's help. Back to bots list. Does help. No, yeah. So you create new bot, and by issuing the command new bot. And without it, if you don't have a bot on Telegram, you will not be able to make this magic happen. And for some reason, my camera is not working, but at least the screen is working. Maybe it will come back now. Yeah, it's back. Cool. So create a new bot. First, you need to call it. So chainbot. Let's make it chainbot. Good. Now let's choose a username. A username has to be unique. So all the good ones are taken, and it needs to end in bot after an underscore. So chainy botty bot, probably not taken. This will be the username of the bot. Done. Congratulations. And this is the API key that we need. So I will not be using this bot, so I don't care if anybody sees that. I'll probably delete it later as well. But this is what you do not want to see, and that is why we have it here. This is the Telegram bot token. And another thing to do is you need to have your Telegram chat ID, like your own for your own profile, so that it can send you the messages from that bot. And the way you do that, again, with Telegram, you go to one of the usernames, Telegram bot raw, and you click start. And then it gives you all the messages, and this is your name, your username, and this is chat and ID. So this is your ID that is needed so that your bot can send you the message. These are the only two things that are needed. And the Telegram bot raw is raw data bot username. So you need to, again, find that user directly and type /start, so that you can get all this information. Otherwise, there are no easy ways to get it. There are a couple of things you can do, but these are more complicated than this. You just get all the information from here. With that information, we have everything that we need, and we can code the rest, because all the data we have from QuickAlerts, the env file is here. Now what we do, we create a new bot, and this is working with the Telegram bot from this API. So create a new bot, create a new Express app, parse, use the body parser for JSON, and then it's you set up where you want to have it. You can have an endpoint at /webhook, like your domain /webhook, or if the domain is not used for anything, or it's just an IP, you can have it on the main one, just the domain. Maybe it's like a subdomain, like API, something. So this is how it works. And then you create a request and get a response. Request body is what you get from webhook from let's see where it is, from here. So this is the body, and you then go and parse all the information that you need. So for example, this one, you need to stringify so that it's in JSON. You get all the request body. So without doing anything else, you just get everything and drop it into the message in Telegram. After that, you can just extract all the information you need, but we'll focus on making the bot work. So I will not focus on how to extract all the information, just to deliver to to your Telegram. And after that, using that API for Telegram bot, you send the message to chat ID. This is the message to your chat ID from here, and then catch the errors so that you know what's going on. And if the port is not set, then it defaults to 3000, and that's about it. And this is what I have launched on Heroku. You can create an account for free. I created a QN Telegram webhook. What I did is I connected the GitHub repository specifically with this code. So this is what we are looking at, and there is a link to that repository in the chat, so you can check this out. And then Heroku automatically, maybe not automatically, as soon as new code is pushed to GitHub, then what you do is you I connected it previously, then you just deploy the branch main, and it says that your app was successfully deployed. You can view it. You don't see much here, cannot get slash, because we are sending a post request, not a get request. So by going straight to the URL, and this is that URL that I have for this, you don't get anything useful, but this is live now on Heroku. With the code that we have set up and we have seen. And now let's see if that works and how does it work. So this is the bot that I created previously. Let's clear history. I added the photo. When creating the bot with BotFather, you can customize your bot the way you want. You can add the photo, which doesn't load right now, but yeah, I wanted a cute one so that I don't get just like an empty face or robot. And this is the bot that will be sending me information. So it's clear now, nothing is happening, but my quick alert is live. Let's have a look. Monitor my wallet. This is live, and this is using my Heroku app. So I want to test if this works. So I want to make a transaction from this address that I set up. So this is here, 2597 here, and 2597 here. So I will be sending from this address. Let's send it to my other account. Let's send 0.0378. Next. Gas is really expensive right now. Everybody's coding. And it's going through, and that's it. So this is exactly 1853. This is the message that came right this instant. So even before this information was green in MetaMask, we already got the notification. As I said, I'm putting everything in here. You can extract all the information you want, but everything is here. So this is like from 667, where it's like block number, where it happened, max fee per gas. Yeah, from. So this is my address, 2597, exactly what we have set up here. I got the notification, and then I can extract what I need, which is 2. So who did I send my hard-earned ETH to? And it's somewhere as 2. This is here. So this is the address that I sent to. And this is the value. And let's see, this is hexadecimal. Let's double check that it's the correct one, 378, exactly. So 0.0378. And that is what happened here, 0.0378. As you have seen, it happened even sooner than MetaMask knew that transaction went through. And this is where you customize it. You customize it here. So rather than, so this is the message. So this is what we are sending. We are sending the whole information. We get the whole body of QuickAlert webhook and just drop it, stringify it in JSON, and just drop it into the message and send it to Telegram. But when you stringify that, you can start extracting from address to address values, and you can create links to Etherscan transaction for you to quickly click on that and get to all the details. And that goes straight to your Telegram as soon as it happens. And that's it. I don't need to do anything else. My QuickAlert is live. It's launched. It's on an app that I control, so it's not a temporary URL. And whenever something happens, I get the notification with all the important information. So that's how you do it. That's how you use it. And what you can do with it, really, like there are tens, hundreds of use cases. So just to name a few that I came up with just today, to give you an idea what you can work with. Because it's not easy to grasp at the beginning what you can do with it. So you can do, for example, an embeddable widget with live data on your website. For example, if you're an NFT collection, you can have a live widget with new NFT item traded or minted. If you're just minting, coming up and just coming across like the top of your website with all the information, like the image, the value, who minted that, and so on. Or you can create a browser add-on with information with live data, either with, for example, E3SD price. You can have your own add-on, or like gas prices that you can have in your Chrome, your own browser add-on. You can build different leaderboards based on the data for whatever, NFT collections, wallet addresses, or anything else. Or you have the wallet addresses of you and your friends, and you have some kind of competition based on whatever criteria you can think of. Or you can even like send mobile app notifications, similar to what we did with Telegram. You can have even the mobile widget like on iPhone, then, where you can have maybe your wallet balance on your screen, or your last transaction, or what we did with the last transaction to and from, which updates live on your widget. You can get SMS notifications, similar again with just a different library. Or even you can use QuickNote cloud functions, or QuickNote transactions, or Chainlink cloud functions, Chainlink transactions, to perform some actions based on the criteria that you have set. So if something happens and you want to do something, then you just get the Chainlink function, Chainlink transaction, and just automatically perform what you know that you want to do immediately as something happens or doesn't happen. Or maybe 5 minutes later, or whatever else. You can automate all that. Or you can even create something more complicated, like multi-chain account feeds. So you have your wallet address, and you have all the chains, Ethereum, Polygon, all the other EVM chains, and you want to see all the activity on all the chains, not just like on one, on Ethereum mainnet or Gurley like we have seen. You can set it up so that you have multiples. It takes a little bit of more work than we have seen today, but that's also possible. Or you can send yourself a calendar invite when a specific block comes up, for example, for, like I mentioned, airdrops, which happen at specific blocks, or a new update for Ethereum, like Shanghai update happening at specific block, and people were, or the merge, when people for months were calculating when it should happen, more or less, and nobody knew exactly when. So you can set up your own automated calendar notification for that. And that's probably about it. If you have any questions, You can go to, if you go to main, if you go to QuickNote, you can go to developers, guides, or docs. You have all of that. Infrastructure, where is it? QuickAlerts here. So first you have an overview with maybe not everything that we have seen, but the main things. Then how to track events with expressions and where to look for those signatures of those events and so on. So everything is in docs, everything is in guides. Just have a look at QuickAlerts. Play with it. If you want more, you can go to quicknote.com, scroll down. There's a Twitter, there's a Discord. In Discord, there are different channels where you can get help, both from other users of QuickNote and also from support at QuickNote. So if you have any questions about what to do something and how to do something, you can go there. There are a few helpful videos on YouTube as well. The beginner tutorials for QuickAlerts, not as deep as we went today, but this is where you start learning. And also the repository with today's code, which was posted earlier. So that's about it. Do we have any pending important questions? Is it for any type of event with the wallet account? Let's have a look. Any type of event. Yes, any type of event. Anything that is logged as an event, you can parse it. You can get it. You can create an expression or rule for it, and that's it. Arne Roboti is not a robot. That's great to hear. I'm not a robot as well, but my bot is a robot, and a cute one as well. Whale alert, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's one of the use cases as well. So you can set up a list of specific addresses that you know are trading well historically, and you want to get the notifications as soon as that happens, as soon as they perform a transaction, perform a transfer, or interact with a smart contract, or do anything else. You have your own list of whales. You don't share it with anybody. You have that alpha to yourself, and you get instant notifications as soon as that happens. So that's another important use case. Thanks for mentioning that. Forgot to mention myself. Can you break down the pricing tiers? So sure. The main, like you can get it with a free tier as well. But you get only one alert in the free tier. Then 49 per month is for build. I think you get 10 alerts there. So with 10, you can be seriously dangerous. And as I said, like the whale alert can be all done in one alert, because you can set as many as you want. You can set 50 addresses in one expression, and then get the notifications as soon as anything happens in one of those 50 addresses. And then 299 is the scale plan, which gives you, I don't remember right now, 30 or 50, like something like that. So yeah, depending on the plans, but 1 for free, 10 for build, and much more for scale. So that's the breakdown of pricing. What else? Calendar events for DAO and voting. Yeah, that's exactly it. So that's something similar to like block calendar invites. You can set something similar for DAO, for voting, for anything that happens, anything that is as a smart contract, which with DAOs, it's almost always the case, can be automated and can be done there. I hope I answered everything. If not, you can go there. You can also find me on Twitter if you want to contact me directly. It's velvet_shark. Drop me a DM. DMs should be open. Or if you don't want to talk to me directly, you can go to Discord. You can have a look at YouTube. You can read the documentation and just have fun with it, play with it, and good luck. Good luck with your project and good luck with the hackathon. And my camera decided that it's too hot for it and it doesn't work anymore, but at least you can see my screen. So thanks a lot for having me. I had fun, and I think we didn't go too much over time, but I showed you everything that I wanted to show. So see you at the hackathon, or see you on Twitter, or see you on YouTube, where you can see a few more videos by me and other folks at QuickNote. Thank you, and again, good luck. And then